starring Bila Day in...
But Ma, that's my favorite movie. Oh, well, all right. But don't you spend too much time in front of that TV, do you hear me? Yes, Ma. Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? I hope today is treating you well because it's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. So you're either cooking and listening to this, or maybe you just ate. You need something to help you relax, maybe even fall asleep to. You know what? I won't even take offense to it. But either way, I hope you enjoyed your day or you're still enjoying it currently. So welcome back to another episode of my podcast, But Ma, That's My Favorite Movie. I'm your host, Bila Day, and we have a great episode for you today. But before we go any further, of course, I have to thank my listeners. If you are a returning listener, thank you so much for coming back again and again and supporting me. I deeply, deeply appreciate it. And guess what? You're a real one, period. Now, if you're a new listener, well then welcome. Hello. Thank you so much for lending me your ear for however long this podcast is going to take. Thank you for giving my podcast a chance. I really appreciate it. And you know what? You're in for a treat today, which I hope will keep you coming back for more. All right. Now we are doing a one movie episode. So we are simply going to discuss one movie. And what movie would that be, would you ask? Well, today's episode is titled But Ma, That's Soul Food. So today is Thanksgiving, and not only do we have this holiday where we gather around with family, you know, this is what this holiday is known for, but we also have other holidays that are right around the corner, like Christmas and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And so I just felt that at this moment, you know, with the holiday today, and just everything that's going to be happening, that I wanted to pick a movie that would embody the spirit of what we're all feeling. Now, I know we're going through a lot of stuff. 2020 has been the worst for pretty much everyone. And it's crazy because normally in the years, people will have like really good years. Some people have bad years, but it's never something happening to everyone at the same time, and it's all bad. So I just wanted to take the time to talk about a feel-good movie, a really good like movie that hits you right in the gut. It shoots right to your heart, and it makes you appreciate family. Okay. So yeah, this just felt deeply appropriate to talk about this movie at this particular time. So we're going to go ahead and just get straight into the bad boy. But first, y'all know how I do. I got to give y'all my quote. All right. Lights, camera, action. Oh, fuck the family. I let the family in my house, and you know what? The family fucked my husband. Yeah, they fucked my husband. All right. Now that quote is by the character Terry, who's played by Vanessa Williams in this movie. All right. So y'all know we about to get into the tea with that quote because it's packed with a lot, because a lot of stuff goes on. And you know what? Watching this movie again, one, I felt not invested because I'm doing this episode. I need to rewatch it and, you know, make sure I'm hitting like all the major points and I'm getting all the correct information. But this movie is really captivating, entertaining, and I'm going to get into all of that later, but this movie just has a lot of gems in it. And that quote, I feel like it embodies frustration it shows like you expect family to be there for you. You expect to be able to trust them. You expect them to show you loyalty because y'all are blood. And it doesn't always work that way. And sometimes things happen. And of course, in no way, shape, or form, I would, support something like that, family members doing stuff together. Well, not family members, but like a brother-in-law and your cousin getting together or something like that. They're not technically family. They're only family by marriage. That's the best way to put it. But it just to me, like, even though it's focused on a particular subject, but there's just so much realness to it. And just the way that Vanessa Williams delivered it, it was just so real, and it was just so great. And that's one of the lines that stuck out most to me from this movie, even though there is one more that I want to do as well, because I had to do that ratchet one first. And every time I think of this movie, I always think of that line, to be honest. But on a more serious note, one of the other greatest lines in this movie, I'm about to say it right now. Okay, so I'm gonna do a second quote. All right, guys. I had to get that one out the way. I love that line. But okay, here we go with the second one. Lights, camera, action. One finger won't make an impact, but you ball all these fingers into a fist and you could strike a mighty blow. Now this family has got to be that fist. And that is by the character Mama Joe, who is played by Irma P. Hall, who was a delight in this film. She is a breath of fresh air. She is everyone you would want to be if you almost wanted to be like, the most, not saying she's perfect, but just that person that just embodies everything. Light, love, empathy. And it's just, she's just absolutely amazing in this movie. And so that quote also resonates with just how it's better to work together than it is apart. You know how they say it takes a village to raise a child? It's always so much better when you're able to work with people and have people help you and help someone else. And, that's how we build, because we as humans, we are not meant to be secluded. We're not meant to never be touched. We're not meant to never have someone there at some point for something, we're all here to somehow help each other and to continue to use each other to our advantage to, better ourselves and other people around us and our environment and society and culture and all of those good things, right? So let me go ahead and stop blabbing, because I've never really talked too much about the quotes that I say, but this movie just it's absolutely amazing, and it's completely underrated, and it shouldn't be, because this is a great movie. Okay, so this movie was released September 26, 1997. It was written and directed by George Tillman Jr., who also directed Men of Honor and Notorious. And I love Notorious. I have not seen Men of Honor, but I'm pretty sure that movie is good. I wouldn't doubt it. I think I saw Robert De Niro on the cover, so I wouldn't doubt it wouldn't be good. All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to get into this movie here. Now, this movie, it's based upon the family. And what we're doing is we're following what's happening to each one of these family members and just kind of like the chain reaction to the different events that happen. We're getting to know their personality, which reflects how they handle their actions, what actions that they pursue. And so I'm going to do the summary. Normally I kind of just literally walk you through the whole movie, but I'm probably going to be kind of not going all over the place, but going all over the place. But I'm still going to be telling the story in the midst of it and just kind of hitting the major points in this film. So we start off at Bird's wedding, where we get to know Big Mama's family. Hello everyone, this is Bila Day. Sorry to interrupt this episode, but I just wanted to let you know that you were only listening to a preview. So if you would like to listen to the rest of this episode, then you can definitely go to the website, butmathat'smyfavoritemovie.com, or you can go directly to any of these platforms for the full episode. We are available on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, Pocket Cast, Castbox. Please don't hesitate to follow the podcast on any of those platforms so that you can be notified anytime a new episode is available. If you didn't know, our primary release day is every Thursday, but be on the lookout for bonus content as well. Now, if you've listened to the But Ma, That's My Favorite Movie podcast before, that's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. So if you have a friend that loves movies like we do, then definitely go ahead and share this podcast with them. And if you're a new listener and you do end up enjoying the podcast, well, then you go ahead and share with a friend too. Also, don't forget to like any of our social media pages so that you can also get updates and regular information about the podcast and about any of the episodes that are coming up. The social media sites that we have a presence on are Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And also, if you want to leave a review, whether constructive or positive, we'd appreciate that too. All right, go ahead and get over to one of the other platforms so we can finish getting into the rest of these movies.